said Freddie Kitchens has the most pressure on him of any first-time head coach. What if the Cardinals go ahead and give Cliff Kingsbury Kyler Murray? I mean, that's a huge amount of pressure there,
it,
right?
It would put a lot of pressure on him, but there was going to be pressure on him anyway because so many people look at him and say, how can a guy who had a losing record in college and get fired in college and have probably one of the worst 5 defenses in all of major college football over a 5-year period? Never could build a defense, ever. And how can that guy get a head coaching job in the NFL walking out of getting fired? So I'm not saying that they won't take him and there won't be a lot of pressure on him. There will be. There will be a tremendous amount of pressure on him. But I always view a first-year quarterback, no matter how much hype there is,
right.
I view it a team winning 3 games, a team that had an awful defense and no offensive line. There's going to be pressure on them, but they're not a very good team. So it's not like in Cleveland where I think the majority of Cleveland Browns fans, expect that they will win the division this year. I don't think anybody expects if the Arizona Cardinals pick Kyler Murray that they'll win the division.
All right, a couple more minutes left here with Peter King. So have you met anybody since the Combine, any breathing human being since the Combine that thinks Kyler Murray is not going to be drafted number 1 overall by Arizona?
No, but, again, that's recency bias to the nth degree because, look, Rich, I was saying this to somebody the other day. Now that the draft is on ABC as well as NFL Network and ESPN, there's going to be more live television coverage of the draft than there is of the presidential election on election night. It's totally preposterous. But do you think that the NFL, if they haven't said anything yet, do you think the NFL won't at some point sidle up to Michael Bidwill of the Arizona Cardinals and say, whatever you do not breathe a word to anyone about what you're going to do. And let's not be dangling Josh Rosen out in trade talks a week before the draft.
Well, they can't because they got to make sure Kyler Murray's a living, breathing human being at the moment they pull the trade.
Yeah,
as soon as they get him.
But again, I guess I would also make this point. I think that it is most likely, although I don't have any hard and fast reasoning, but I think it's most likely that Rosen would go to Washington or the Giants. If he goes to one of those 2 teams, you've got Bruce Allen, who is excellent at keeping secrets, and Dave Gettleman, who's pretty good at it too. Okay? So if you have those 2 guys, it would be possible for Steve Keim 5 days before the draft or 3 days before the draft to say, give me your best offer by 6 p.m. on Thursday. Give me your best offer for Josh Rosen, and I might call you that night.
Okay. I like it.
The Rich Eisen Show, weekdays at noon Eastern on Audience.